What is up, YouTube? My name is Eben, and this is Pokemon Theme Deck Fusion episode number 8. That's a lot of fingers. And this week we are taking a look at taking a lot of those cards that, were okay so far, but really needed to probably go and turn into something a little more useful to us. This week we're taking those and changing them into something more useful for us. So the first card that's going to get the axe is one of our 2 remaining lightning energies. We really only need one just because it is just kind of an out on the off chance we want a quick attack with our Heliolisk. That's it. We've only got the 2 Heliolisks. So realistically, that's almost never going to happen, but we like to have options. It's a good thing. But just the one is really all we need. We have plenty of energy searching, so that's really all that there needs to be. And that's pretty much it. We're also going to pull one of our 2 remaining Pokemon Center ladies. We're going to leave one for now just to kind of see how it does. It's an interesting one-out kind of thing. And it's a nice versus Seeker target for us. So we're not going to be too hasty. We're going to playtest a little bit more for completely eliminating her. But 2, once again, this just doesn't do enough to justify its space in the deck, especially as a supporter, using our supporter slot for the turn. So that one's definitely going to get cut down as well. And speaking of supporters that aren't quite pulling their weight, Steven. We have plenty of ways to get energy in this deck. That's kind of the point of this deck. So a supporter that gets energy better be pulling its weight. And this supporter does only half the job that Professor's Letter does. And to make up for it, what does it do? It gets you another supporter, which, okay, that's nice, except that this is a supporter getting a supporter, so any help from that supporter card won't even come till the next turn. So Steven's just not gonna cut it. It's a slow kind of support card, and if we had the right kind of thing to go with it in some kind of strange combo, maybe he would have some practical use. Like, let's say with Team Plasma's Magnezone, for example, as that thing allows us to play 2 supporters a turn, but right here, right now, no, just not gonna make it. We're also going to pull our Starling Megaphone. It's just not a very great meta pick right now. The deck that, decks can just play down their Spirit Link, instantly Mega Evolve, and then if you Starling Megaphone it off, you might actually help them drop, like, a Muscle Band or something onto that Pokemon. So that's not terrifically useful for us. And honestly, beyond that, the only deck that really makes the most dangerous use of Muscle Band is probably Seismitoad, whose Quaking Punch keeps us from being able to play the Megaphone anyway, so that's just not useful enough to really warrant its space. And our last pull is going to be our 1 copy of Rollerskates. It's just not reliable enough. It's not that drawing 3 cards for an item card isn't amazing, because it is, but that coin toss chance, we either need to run just a whole bunch of them to try to turbo through our deck, or just not even bother. And since turbo is not the name of the game here, Rollerskates just doesn't really have a place in the deck. So we're going to take it out for something that always does its job. And the first thing we're going to put in is a water energy. Pure and simple, it's just the replacement of choice for the lightning energy just because, well, we really want water energies. Quite a bit. Swampert is our main and almost our only gun, realistically, for dealing damage, and he wants water energies to boost his Hydro Pump. So that pretty much makes water energy the go-to energy for us. Also, speaking of a little bit of healing, thinking about our Pokemon Center lady, we're going to add 2 copies of Rough Seas. Everything in the deck benefits from it, and this could buy Heliolisk or Articuno an extra turn of stalling, and possibly energy searching, or who knows, and this can easily extend the lifespan of our Swampert, most importantly. And that's why we've got it. Plus, it's a nice way we can actually bump somebody else's stadium at a crucial juncture. So, a 2 of there definitely makes a lot of sense for us. So that's going in. We're going to see how that goes, especially considering we do still have 1 Pokemon Center lady left. That'll be interesting. Our next inclusion is going to be Lysander. Swampert hits pretty hard, but we may also be looking to pick up some crucial KOs, preventing things from powering up, building up to a big attack, and then taking out something your opponent's planning on bringing into revenge kill otherwise. All kinds of things like that. If your opponent retreats out something they don't want knocked out, this can let us bring it back in. And once again, it's a versus Seeker target, a very good one. So adding this 1 Lysander to give us a little bit more option-wise in our supporter slot is pretty good. And yeah, it's a standard inclusion in almost every deck everywhere right now in the meta, but it makes a lot of sense for our deck specifically. We have specific reasons for it. We're not just including it for the sake of including it. There is logic behind it. And that said, speaking of Versus Seeker, we are going to run one extra copy of Versus Seeker. This is our second one. And the main reason we're going to include it is just to increase our consistency, but also, like I was mentioning with Lysander, to give us options. That's what good decks do. They have options. That way, regardless of what the situation is, however your opponent may be playing or whatever they're trying to do to you, you've always got a way to kind of answer it. That's what good decks do. They're versatile. They don't just get stuck in one way of thinking, one way of doing things, and if your opponent does the wrong thing, you just automatically lose. What you like is a deck that can respond to many, many situations. So anyway, those are our changes for this week. The deck is looking pretty sharp. Hopefully in another week or two we can bring this project to a close. We'll probably be doing a recap video in the next couple of weeks to show you all our changes all together and what the deck looks like. That may even be our final video until I challenge you to kind of go on and take it on your own. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be down below if you haven't already, that is. And I will see you next time.